Ever since that night in the fall of 2018, when my dad said to my sister and I the dreadful sentence, "Your mom has cancer," my view on life changed drastically. Those 4 words, filled with so many questions, doubts, and so much uncertainty, hit me like a slap in the face, suddenly overwhelming me with the truth about the delicacy of life and the importance of embracing your loved ones. They overwhelmed me with the realization that, on any given day, our circumstances can change just like that. At the time of my mom's diagnosis, I was only a 10-year-old girl. The most I had cried was probably when I fell off my bike and scraped my knee at 6 years old, but never for something like cancer. I was a Harry Potter and Starbucks vanilla bean frappuccino fanatic. The Harry Potter part probably explaining why I lived in such a magical world in my head. And the innocence that came with being that age did not in any way prepare me for the dark cloud that would come over my blue sky that night. I always thought that cancer and other scary things like that only happened to others, but that they would never happen to me or my close family. Much like I thought I would never encounter a tick in my life and ended up panicking when I found one on my leggings the other day. We always think we're safe, invincible even, until bad things happen to us. My mom's stage 3 breast cancer was not a walk in the park for anyone, and it certainly took a toll on me. The way I wasn't able to tell her about my day when I would come home from school, her spirits too low, and the treatments making her too tired to be able to listen to me ramble on about my classes for 20 minutes. I still remember the heartbreaking conversations my sister and I would have at night, lying in our bunk beds filled with nothing but wonder, asking questions like, "Are you scared for Ma?" And "What are we going to do if she's gone?" I hate that we had to consider this possibility when our youth was supposed to be fun and simple. But what I remember significantly about my experience is how it reflects the way I should be living my life now, disconnected from socials and truly being here. Recently, I read a book about how to be more mindful, grounded, and present in our overconnected world. The author, Kate Merrick, lost her 8-year-old daughter, Daisy, to a long battle with cancer. During the time of Daisy's treatment, Kate, her husband, Daisy, and their other son, Isaiah, moved to Israel for a crucial phase of Daisy's treatment. While in Israel, they went completely off the grid to be together and present in this new phase of their journey. The book describes the magic and joy that presence and togetherness gave them, though it was a scary process, going completely off grid in a new country. And Kate shares the valuable lessons she learned when she put electronics down and fully invested in the now. And let me tell you all, this was a wake-up call. Kate's remarkable story reminded me so much of my own experience and my family's approach to life during the time of my mom's illness. Cancer and its grueling process brought my family so close together, which is saying a lot, given that we were already a tight-knit family before. We truly appreciated every moment together. Every chemo, every random doctor's visit, every lazy day in bed with my mom. We did not play around because we knew there was something on the line that was not worth wasting time for. And by wasting time, I mean with something that we are all a little too familiar with, our electronics. Did we go cold turkey and shut our devices off completely? No, definitely not. I mean, making silly YouTube videos where I would show off my new squishies was one of my ways of coping after all. But we weren't so blinded by our devices, because the love, support, and time we needed from each other was not going to be given to us from our phones, or, in my case, iPads. And we were well aware of that. However, slowly, we've lost that awareness. My mom survived cancer, and great, we were back to normal life. Randomly, we'll be having a conversation, and someone gets the urge to pull out their phone, and just like that, reciprocally, we all pull out our phones, and our family moment is gone. We're all lost to a world that takes more from us than what it gives. But we didn't just lose that sense of presence as a family. It's something that the world seems to forget more and more every day, as AI can give us all the answers we could possibly want with a simple tap of a screen, and a simple like can validate our feelings. Stores are closing down because everyone finds it easier to do online shopping. People are only communicating through social media, and they have no idea what to do when they have to interact with a human being face to face. It's ridiculous and something we are all so conscious of, yet we don't do anything about it. Let's see with a show of hands. Who woke up today and one of the first things they did was check their phone? Okay, yeah. And then who here has sworn that one day they'll do a phone cleanse, but just can't resist being off their phones for so long, feeling like they'd be ripping a part of themselves out by doing that? And this is definitely me, but one of the reasons I'm not raising my hand right now is because I am on a phone cleanse at the moment for almost going on 1 week now. And though it was so dang hard at the beginning, it's truly such a blessing to see the world in full focus and savor every moment with a different, sweeter taste to it. Regardless, you are all looking at a prime example of this phone addiction issue. She is standing right here. Though not proud of it, as a 17-year-old girl living in a digital world, or screenager as some might say, I know all too well the grand abyss that is social media, emails, messages, and so much more. It's a love-hate relationship with me and my phone, with that small companion that has made me giggle in my room at 2 a.m., allowed me to connect with my sister while she's away in college, but the device that has also made me look at myself in my bathroom mirror with nothing but hatred, compare myself to people who aren't even close to authentic, and be so disconnected from my here, my right now. So when I'm asked why, it's because I know how it feels to spend 2 hours scrolling on your phone when you said it was only going to be 30 minutes. The average American is estimated to spend 9 whole years of their life on their phone. That's 9 years of love, laughter, tears, and connection that we will never get back, and that thought is haunting enough. I know what it's like to have a shortened attention span because everything is so fast and accessible on Instagram and TikTok. I know what it's like to be constantly checking notifications at dinner with family when the notifications have absolutely nothing to do with what's happening in the moment and can definitely wait to be checked later. I know what it's like to almost lose someone and not even think once about those digital distractions, just wishing you had spent every moment leading up to it with that person. I know 10-year-old me is looking at me now, shaking her head and asking me why I'm not spending every single second of every single day hugging my mom and savoring every minute with her now that she's alive and well. But I also know that 10-year-old girl can agree with me on this. We don't need a sickness to remind us that we should be living our lives the way we were meant to, instead of how a screen has crafted us to think we should. In a world so reliant on technology, even more than it was during my experience in 2018, it's hard to just toss all devices aside and craft a life of presence without them. It's not just a night and day change, and we will always need technology one way or another, but we have to learn where to draw the line and still own and love our lives. I hope that these lessons don't have to be learned by people in the way that I learned them, but I'm still grateful for cancer for showing me at such a young age what it means to be alive and slowly take in every single moment, never letting life pass you by. So I invite you all on this journey to presence with me. The journey that 10-year-old Eva, so scared of what lied ahead of her, started and really wants to continue. Whether that means shutting off your phone at a family meal, switching to a real alarm clock instead of your phone clock, or even waiting 20 minutes instead of 5 minutes to check your phone in the morning. The path to balancing digital connection and real-life connection is a tough one, but nothing good ever comes easy, so you might as well try. If 5 teenage girls who really love their TikTok and Instagram reels can go on a phone cleanse for 10 days and build real, beautiful relationships, so can you. If I made it out of my mom's cancer journey more impacted by the valuable lessons of presence than the negative things that came along with the illness, surely that should tell you all enough about how much of a difference living in today, not tomorrow or yesterday, makes. In 2018, those 4 words that changed me and terrified me were, "Your mom has cancer." But now, those words have shifted into something else. Now, the 4 words that drive and inspire me, and that I hope will inspire others, are to be less digital, more original. So let's start today, and slowly the effort will reap the benefits. Remember, less digital, more original. Thank you.